up, everybody? And I hope everyone is having an amazing day today. It's your girl Kayla, and I first and foremost want to say welcome back to my channel. I'm so happy and grateful that you decided to click on this video here today because I have a lot of valuable information that I'll be sharing with you guys. So we're actually going to be unpacking this week's mindset ABCs. So with this segment of videos that will be coming to my channel, what this is going to be is literally me going through, or trying my best to stay in alphabetical order and attaching different mindset changes and different things that have been able to help me grow mentally and emotionally in my in my journey of entrepreneurship and just my journey of life overall as well too. So of course, understanding that you only know information as well as you're able to give it back to others. That's why I'm really glad that I'm able to have this channel as a platform to be able to use, to be able to share this life-changing information that has been able to impact my life in a lot of ways. So enough of that, let's go ahead and get into the information. All right, you guys, so for this week's video, we're actually on the letter B, and the word of this week for our mindset video is going to be the word balance. All right, now that's actually a word that we've probably heard a lot of times in our life, whether we're talking about work-life balance, school life balance, trying to balance the different things that you have on your plate, whatever the case may be. So for anyone that knows me, you guys know I'm real quick to look up a definition of something. So the definition of balance is an even distribution of weight, enabling someone or something to remain upright and steady. All right. Now, of course, understanding that, the type of balance that I'm going to be talking about in this video is nothing tangible. They're actually the intangible things that and the priorities that we have in our lives at this time. So I want you guys to think of, let's take the definition of balance, and rather than weights, let's replace the word weight with priorities. Okay. So now it's going to read: balance is an even distribution of your priorities, enabling someone to remain upright and steady, to remain consistent, to remain able to do all the things that you have to do. Now, I want you guys to understand that I probably spent a large portion of my life trying to find balance. In high school, I tried to balance working a part-time job, being a cheerleader, and being a student while also being, a daughter as well too. Being in college, I had to try to manage, part of the different organizations I was part of on campus, working a part-time job, getting into entrepreneurship, having my own business. To say that I wore a lot of hats would definitely say the least. But, of course, I'm so blessed and grateful for it, because at the end of the day, you have to understand that everything you have on your plate, God put that on your plate for a reason, okay? So if we understand that everything that we currently have on our plate, all the current responsibilities and priorities that we have are things that God blessed us with, now we have to take a step back and think, okay, now how are we supposed to handle these priorities at the end of the day? Now, I want you guys to understand something. Trying to balance and give an even amount of yourself to everything that you have going on in your life, you'll go crazy. It's not realistic. Understand that perfect is not real, and you do not want perfect at the end of the day neither. Nor does God want you to be perfect. Understand, I kind of have to take a step back and realize a lot of the times why we worry so much of creating balance in our lives is because we feel like we have to have control over everything that happens. We want to control exactly when we wake up in the morning, when we go to work, when we go to the gym, whatever the case may be. So in turn, we end up feeling like we have to have control over everything that is happening to us. But, I kind of want to shine light on a verse that I actually read earlier today that kind of, I felt really did have a lot to do with the balance or the balance question that we have over our lives. And the verse is 2 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 9. And it says, each time Jesus said, my grace is all you need. My power works best in weakness. So now I am glad to boast about my weaknesses so that the power of Christ can work through me. I love that. Sometimes, especially, the reason why we feel like we have to have that balance over our lives is simply because we feel like we do not want to fall short. But you have to understand, the moments when we do fall short, that is when God is able to do what God does best. use his grace, use his goodness to help us and share us and, guide us to where it is that we want to be in, to a place of peace and sanity that only he can give us. Now, of course, look at the definition of grace. And grace is the help given to us by God because God desires us to have it, not necessarily because we earned it. Stop thinking that you have to do so much to get so little from God. Stop thinking that you have to be a certain version of yourself before you can receive God's blessings for your life. Because trust me, you don't. You will not be that version of yourself without him. So how can you come to him as this perfect person when really you need him to really bring that person out of you? So, I really just wanted to, talk about that today. Now, of course, got to leave you guys with some actual tangibles of how you can kind of deal with that question of finding balance in your life. So, kind of came up with a little, little formula for it. And I said, priorities times God's grace equals your achievements. Okay, so the first thing that I want everyone to do, if you're watching this video and maybe you have a lot of things going on in your life and you just feel all over the place, first and foremost thing I want everyone to do that's watching this video right now, first and foremost, take a look and make a list of all the priorities, all the responsibilities that you have on your life. For my college students, I know school's about to be coming back up. Whether you work, whether you have your own business, you're an investor, whatever it is that you have, take a look and see, okay, what all is on my plate. Secondly, you have to really understand and see and understand that there are going to be certain moments and certain periods of time where you have to give more of yourself to one thing rather than another. Okay, because trust me, I've tried to split in myself evenly among everything and you'll end up going crazy. You cannot what's the word? You cannot rub yourself too thin at the end of the day, because you also got to make sure, hey, I got to pour back into my cup. I got to also take care of Kaila. I got to take care of myself. And sometimes we give so much of ourselves to our priorities, we lack to take care of the person that without me, the priorities won't even be taken care of to begin with. So when you really understand and, just kind of take a time to really unpack that, you understand the fact that when it comes to balance, stop trying to find balance. You won't. But what you can do is understanding that you do not have to find the perfect balance between everything that you have going on in your life. You will go crazy trying to do that, trying to spread yourself so thin amongst so many different things that you have nothing left to give for yourself. But what I want everyone to gain is just the fact that understanding you are capable to do and handle everything that you have as your responsibilities at this point in time right now. You wouldn't be blessed with it. You wouldn't be given the different tasks and roles that you have if you were not ready for it. But rather than finding balance, what I always like to tell people is find your flow. Find your rhythm. What works for you? There are some people that are able to do the whole boom, 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 schedule their day by the hour every single day, and that works for them. But if that doesn't work for you, you find your flow at the end of the day into how you get into your lifestyle. Because everyone's lifestyle is different. That's why I'm so blessed and grateful, because we understand that there isn't just one way to win. There isn't just, the regular 9-to-5 work lifestyle that you have to do. As long as you find whatever works for you at the end of the day, then that's good. Because whatever floats your boat is going to carry you to exactly where you need to be. So I hope everyone was able to get some value from this video today. I'm definitely super grateful to be able to share the value and the information that I've been able to learn over my journey of entrepreneurship and how I've been able to kind of combat that struggle of trying to find balance. So at the end of the day, truly just understand that with grace and with just a little prioritizing, a little just scheduling on your part, look, you're going to be good to go, for real. So I hope everyone has a great rest of your day, and I will see you guys next time. Be sure to like and subscribe to my channel, and I hope you guys have a great one.